time scale where, as the next election approach, we should have a set shadow cabinet to front all the different ministry instead of having committees. Because this is one of the weaknesses that the people have noticed in regards to the Pakatan Rakyat, where committees, that means of many disagreements, many points of view that have no set manifesto. Do you think we will approach that? Are you pushing for that personally, to have a time scale where within 2 years we're going to have a set cabinet, so that the people will understand where we're going?
Actually, my current emphasis is more on the state governments now. I think that if the state governments we can deliver, and we don't allow this how do you say, indecisiveness, to affect the administration of the state, and we can prove that we can work together, then we will win more seats. We will be able to defend Selangor, we will be able to win back Perak, and we may even be able to win over states like Pahang, Melaka and Negeri Sembilan, right? Or even Johor, right? Maybe. Our main problem, of course, with respect to the federal government is Sabah and Sarawak, because we're still relatively weak in Sabah and Sarawak. But if we can increase our seats in Peninsular Malaysia, where currently we are about 50-50. Actually, the exact figure I'm not very sure. Actually, I forgot. I wanted to calculate before coming. But I think we may have, we've got 83 now, right? And it's 54 out of 222, right? So that's 7, sorry, 1, 3, 7 and 2 is 15, 11 is 8. Okay, we've got 83 seats, and BN has 85 in Semenanjung. Right, so it's almost 50-50. Right? So if we, even if we may be able to get more, but I think our main problem will be Sabah and Sarawak, which are currently the anchors for the Barisan National government at the federal level. Anyway, my main emphasis will be on the state governments, particularly in Selangor. I've got to make sure that we perform better, we deliver, and hopefully through that we can increase and get better, more seats in Peninsular Malaysia. But if we are not able to make headways in Sabah and Sarawak, it will still be very difficult for us to form the federal government. Yeah, and that is the currently our major obstacle. So for Sabah and Sarawak, the DAP and PKR will have to, we will have to depend on them to make the inroads, right? The election is expected in another 2 years. Yeah, so provided Najib can perform, and if he senses that he has improved in terms of his ratings, which according to the Merdeka Center, the latest census is that he's got 65% approval rating. Yeah? So if he can maintain that, then we expect that the elections will be held even earlier than 2 years, because he's got to try to get a new mandate, right? As far as this shadow cabinet is concerned, in Malaysia, except for a very select few, I believe that people are not as receptive or as sensitive to this. Yeah. In fact, I just came back from Germany, where we went for a program on coalition building. And in Germany, what happens is that there's no two-party system as such. Everybody contests. After the election, then the coalition is formed, right? And you have a situation where at the federal government you have a different coalition. At the states, they have 16 states. You have different coalitions at all all 16 states, and even at the towns, at the local councils, they have different coalitions for the major towns. Yeah, so I think in Malaysia, what's going to happen is going to be like what happened in the last election. We will have an electoral pact. We will identify the different seats that's going to be contested. When we win, depending on the number of seats that's been won, we will form the coalition. Right? However, given the past experience, it's going to be a Pakatan Rakyat coalition against a BN coalition, right? Unless, of course, what I feel happens. Right? That's what I mentioned. And when that happens, then if we have sufficient seats for federal government, then maybe the question of these ministries and all that will come up. And to a large extent, I think, again, it's going to be just based on negotiation, based on how many seats you've got, who's going to handle which ministry, and all that sort of thing is going to be decided after the election and not before. Because to be fair, I mean, for us to come up with a shadow cabinet and say, okay, this is our PM, this is our Timbalan Perdana Menteri, this is our minister, this is our minister, is only going to lead to more controversy and going to lead to a lot more, attacks. And it's not going to be of advantage to us in our current situation. Yeah, because there will be a lot of because in number one, how can you guarantee that this particular person is going to win in the election, even though he may be currently an MP, but in the next election, right? And there will be a lot of more, a lot more disagreements, right? Where people will, so it'll be a lot easier once you've got the government and you've got the positions and you've got the people, then you make a decision based on the results of the election, and you decide on ministries based on that. So it doesn't lead to controversies prior to the election. Yeah, I mean, it's unlike Australia, it's unlike UK, yeah, because it's a two-party system which is very well entrenched, right? Currently, it's still very shaky. Yeah, so.
Wabi, just one last question. What is your personal view on what's going to happen in Perak, given the verdict 2 days ago? Your personal opinion.
I was told that they're going to step up the opposition. Yeah, there was even talk of hartal, which is complete stop in terms of boycotting and no cooperation and all that sort of thing. Yeah. So it's very, very difficult to foresee a situation where the government, the state government, Barisan Nasional itself can perform. Yeah? And there's also all this talk about the two PKR Adons also talking about coming back, yeah, and all that sort of thing. We all hope that there's going to be another state election. Yeah, that's the best solution. That's the best solution as far as what we can see. But as what Mahathir said, BN is going to lose, right? That's the biggest that's the biggest obstacle to a new state election, because they know they're going to lose, right? And the popularity of Nizar is sky high.
Unbelievable.
And Pakatan Rakyat's approval rating in Perak is also very high. I think what we predicted is that if there was a new state election to be held, then we would win 41 seats from the 59. Yeah, total seats of 59. 31 plus 28, 59. We will win 41 of the seats at least. So that's going to be 2/3 majority for the Pakatan Rakyat in Perak. and that is something which obviously Barisan Nasional is not willing to allow. Yeah. So I don't see that they're going to